It's another Thursday, 5:30 p.m. live stream. G'day, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's your boy Joe. And joining us, Big J. How's it going in the fresh?
I'm
the
good,
fresh
mate.
drink?
I'm good. I got myself a new jacket. I'm happy. Here to talk some footy, talk some Supercoach, watch some games, all the fun stuff. Hey.
Mate, looking fresh drip.
Thank you.
Big J. North Melbourne has never looked so good.
Maybe the 99 grand final. We'll see.
Not too shabby. I hope we're all having a wonderful evening. Slim is being some sort of robot. Beep, beep, beep. Not quite sure what's going on there. Paul, I love it. Hunk if you're horny. There you go. He's got him. Very, very nice. On you, Paul. Pickle Rick, says Paul, 100%. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Michael Caulfield is driving around. This is drive home, so come on, vroom with us all the way home. Velo, how's it going, mate? Maltesing is in. Another week of hilarious decision-making. Your boy, Rowan Marshmallow, is going to do very well for you this week, Maltesing, and that hurts my feelings. It hurts my. He's going to do well against Ned Moyle. Paul Allen, good evening. Season rank. Don't even ask me, Paul. It's just one of those things that I don't really want to talk about at this point. Hopefully, ask me at the end of the season. I'll be able to tell you where I'm at. JT, g'day, mate. Hope you're doing well. Skits is in as well. Skits fits. Mate, he's all over the place. Paul Allen's got some sort of shrug emoji going with the green hair. Not too bad. Shawnee Baker. It's got a Hawthorn logo this week around. Nice. I prefer it better without a logo, Sean. I prefer it better without the logo. Go logo-less, please. West Coast Eagles rule. A very good afternoon from soaking wet Perth. How are we, gents?
Doing well, mate. Nice to be home. I've got a semi-day off to work tomorrow, so yeah, we're doing all right.
You got a day off tomorrow?
Almost. We've got some work function happening in the city. So it's effectively a day off. So I don't need to worry too much about, life and all that kind of stuff. So pretty happy.
Great time for it with the public holiday on the Monday as well.
I think they planned it that way. Hey,
look at that. Get around it. No rain for us, West Coast Eagles rule, but I'm sure there was a lot of rain from crying West Coast Eagles fans at the fact that Harley Reid suspension's upheld. I'm just kidding. I love the kid playing with the edge, playing with some toughness, playing with some courage. I love Harley Reid. He's a gun. He shouldn't have copped suspension, but hey, it's the new AFL, I guess.
I actually saw a pretty funny. I saw a pretty funny Instagram post this afternoon. It was to the Here Comes the Boom song, if you ever guys in the chat kind of know that song. But it was just Harley Reid after getting suspended. Now he doesn't need to worry. So it's all these massive hits, and it's just like Harley Reid's going to go bonkers. Who cares anymore? Because he's not, getting suspended doesn't matter. Once you've been suspended once, there's no more, rising star award. So let's just go ham every 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ham, baby. We love ham, unless you're a vegetarian, of course, or a vegan. And obviously you don't love ham. But lucky you, Paul. We love pickles. We love pickles here, Paul. Pickle Rick. No work today. Very lucky. Causa. How's it going, Causa? Who to get? Neil, Zorko, and Warner. Who to get out of all of these three people? Look, I don't know. Starcevic is back this week. I think what that does is that doesn't affect Zorko too much. I reckon it's going to be Wilmot that gets pushed out of the back line onto a wing.
That's what they're saying already. I think the coaches.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good to know. So I reckon Zorko at that price though. Neil is so much more. The thing with Neil is a beginning of season specialist. Lockie Neal performs a lot better in the first half of this season than he does in the run home. If you're gonna pick a midfielder from the Brisbane Lions, I would definitely prefer Dunkley as the option over Lockie Neal. Yeah. Lockie Neal's 31, coming on 32 years of age. So there's already some age progression to be factored in addition to the fact that he already historically has had slower ends to the season. So would you go Dunkley? Or would you go Zorko this week?
Well, it kind of just depends, right? Like, I think after this week, there's a few other players that can become available for us to pick in our Supercoach teams. Zorko is going to jump up in price, probably not as much as what we're thinking. But I always feel like the forward rookies are the worst ones. So I think he's saved a little bit by the fact that it is only best 18. But my brain says, hey, Zorko's a good pick. But you can't really go wrong with either of the two. I just think whichever team Sydney's playing this week, they're going to put so much time into Warner. They're just like, Warner, we've had 2 weeks to kind of pick out what's going to happen against you. So, like, that's it. Like, there's no way that they're going to let Warner go massive from here on. It's just not going to happen.
All right. Another thing, let's see. Let me just share my screen. We do our best work when we're presenting something. So let's present some of the. Jeez, I don't know what happened there. What's happening? Is my screen spasming out, or is it just?
No, it is. It's spazzing out on the show. We're in a disco.
Why is it spazzing out?
Disco Joe. Who knows?
Hopefully, I should have put an epilepsy warning there. Hopefully, no one's had some sort of attack there. But that was a bit surprising. Not entirely sure what happened there. But all right. So what am I? Why am I opening fan footy in the? I'm opening fan footy because I want to look and see what the Western Bulldogs are doing when it comes to halfbacks. All right. So we know Zorko's going to be playing halfback. So as of recent weeks, last week, the Dogs played against the Pies. All right. What they do? Darcy Cameron, 118. Jack Crisp, 117. Darcy Moore, 99. Maynard, 94. Okay. So these defenders scored quite well against the Bulldogs. The week before, they played against Sydney. What did the halfback for Sydney do against the Bulldogs? Sort by score. Nick Blakey, 120. Okay, so that's a very good score. Nick Blakey, 120. The week before that was against Richmond. Did any halfback go good against Richmond last week?
Bailey Dale went 103.
Yeah, he went 163. But
I'm not sure where Richard was playing. Oh, you mean for Richmond?
Yeah, Jaden Short,
really.
84. Yeah. Rioli, 82. So they've given up two. Tom Brown, 76.
Who was taking the kickouts in that game? Because the Doggies kicked 19 behinds, and Richmond didn't have a play over 100.
No one went over 90.
Yeah, I don't understand where the points went.
It's the Tigers, mate. No one scores points for the Tigers. And then recent weeks, among the top scorers for opposition teams, Impey, 138. 138. So there we go. So clearly we're seeing that a lot of halfbacks are popping off against the Western Bulldogs in recent times. So Zorko should be in for a good score this week, ladies and gentlemen. And Jack Hutchinson is playing. Well done. Congratulations, Jack. But I like Zorko.
Blight might also play as well, depending on what the team sheets look like. I've heard that he's travelled and he's in an emergency, so if he plays, there's another one.
Very, very nice. Let's see if there's any. Yeah. I just like to keep up the news there. Cheese in the chat. G'day, Cheese. Hope you're doing well, mate.
I made the mistake last week, Joe, and
yes,
I might do a bit of my team review while we're here because I still need to do my team review.
You are so lazy. Unbelievable.
I just been busy at work.
So unbelievable.
Next week, promise. Look, Big J says next week. Promise. Sunday. I can't even do it on Monday after the game. Team reviews coming out. I promise.
Even the week that you promised to do it on Sunday, you can't do it.
On Sunday, I'm doing my team review. One game to go. I'll do my team review, then I'll catch up. I'm going to show you guys how my team went this week. Let's go. Big J scored 2073. It was not the best week for me. Because I did not do a triple trade that would have netted me a bonkers amount of points, I decided to go Harrison and no one else, which was a bit dumb. So I did that. I only did one trade last week. Means I've got enough trades, but I missed out on Houston's 100 and I missed out on Darcy Moore's 160. Now, I know Darcy Moore's not going to score 160 again, but you know who I'm bringing in this week, Joe? Darcy Moore. Just checking out the team, it wasn't too bad. I kept Closey. I kept Wilson. I kept Darcy. You know, I think all three of them together did not equal Darcy Moore's score.
So you should be happy with Darcy, bro. Are you kidding me? He was a negative 20 in the first quarter.
But all three of them put together was not Darcy Moore. Was just over Darcy Moore's score. So I could have had Darcy Moore. I could have had Darcy Moore and been okay. Bontempelli 186. We're pretty happy about Bontempelli 186. This week, there you go. You know what I mean. Everyone in the chat knows what I'm talking about. There you go. Look, there you go. Darcy Moore scored 160. You know what I'm saying. This week, Closey's out.
We actually need something. We actually need a sin bin or something. But every time you say Darcy Moore instead of Dylan Moore,
I need to do like a sign. I'll put up like a sign or something. You can have like an overlay. Be able to do it. Howes is out this week. I don't think he's ever going to get named again. Salem's come in and just demolished his position. And he's just playing really well. And it makes it really tough because I should have got rid of him 2 weeks ago for Graham. And the people that have Graham over him are now getting like another 30 odd K worth of points. So yeah, it kind of sucks. But we go him, we go Mr. Wilson, and everyone told me, Big J, keep Wilson. Well, Wilson's now less in price and scored a 50. So thanks, guys. And then Darcy's obviously out. I'm going to do something a little bit sneaky this week. I want to get another playing player in, and I'm kind of stuck if I don't bring them in. So what I'm looking at is either Sexton or Fisher back, but I think Sexton goes back for me just because he's got the buy round. So he's got a buy after this one, which means I can probably spend up and trade him over there. There you go. I am going to 2 forwards and then 3 forwards. So this week we are going to bring in Hutchinson. I would not advise doing this, but I think he's going to have a big week against North Melbourne. Everyone's got a big week against North Melbourne. I don't know how our defense is going to go, but in terms of actual playing rookies, I don't think there's really anyone. And I think that Will Dawson might get dropped. So we'll see what happens there. And if I get Will Dawson, I can't do the trades that I want to do. So that's probably why I'm doing Dawson. Big Zork is in as well this week. Off his bye, I held out and didn't get him 2 weeks ago because I wanted Zorko in my team, but I'm like, you can't get him before the bye. It just doesn't work. And then Big Dylan Moore. I know Darcy Moore, everyone's having fun at me. But Darcy Moore's in my team, 4,200 left, which is why I can't go Dawson, which is why I'm hoping Dawson's dropped this week and potentially comes back next week. He has been playing forward line in training, so I'm not sure what that means, but I have a feeling Teakle just comes and walks straight into the team this week. So maybe that affects something there. This is the trades for this week. Doesn't look too bad. If I had a normal team, right, I could go. Actually, I'm not going to mess around with it too much. I've got 2 players left. I've got 1 forward left and 1 defender and 11 trades left. So
very nice.
It's not too bad.
Very, very nice.
Sexton plus anyone on the bench is effectively a defender primo. I'm after Houston next week. We'll see what happens. And then I just need a forward, and then I'm done. So, yeah, not too bad. We go smash the optimize button. 2075 is our projected. Oh, it's just moved Fisher to there. We'll be sneaking. Let's move Fisher back. What has it done? Let me quickly see. What has it done? It's probably put some random player in a position. It's put Flanders. So Flanders for Frazier. What has it done, Joe?
What has it done?
Yeah.
Why? What's the problem?
I thought Hutchinson wasn't going to be on the bench. Now he's on the bench.
You got Harrison on field.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's fine then.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem with that is. Unless you want to run a loop between Fraser and
I can't do that anyway because Biggie Newland's playing. So yeah, that is the team for this week.
Biggie's not playing. Come on,
yeah,
Biggie's not.
I know, but like he plays earlier. So look at all my loops. There's nothing.
Fraser's on Friday night, whereas Biggie's on Saturday.
Yeah, actually, no, that does make sense.
That's what I'm saying.
All right then. Well, I'll loop Fraser and then we'll see what we have to do. Cool.
Yeah, why not?
Done. Easy.
Beautiful. All right. My trades aren't too controversial either, I guess. In terms of my trades. So this is my trades. My trades this week are. Look, I could get Dunkley, but if
LDU.
I could get Dunkley, but if I get Dunkley, if I get Dunkley, then I'm gonna be stuck with a premium. I'll be stuck with a rookie that isn't on the bubble. That I'm gonna be a bit worried about their performance moving forward. I want to pay up for McNeil. I think McNeil's on the bubble this week. I think with the injuries at the Bulldogs, especially to Waitman, who played really good on the weekend. He's got the last bye. If he holds his spot in the side, I'm happy to pay up for him and get him in my forward line. LDU has got the Eagles this week without Harley Reid and without Tim Kelly. LDU, please, I beseech you, you got to come good for me, brother. You got to be good. LDU, we're going to ride you to the moon. We got to do something potty. We have to rise up the ranks. He's turned the corner, I think. With his form, he's turned the corner. He's done all right. Okay? The last few weeks, he's got a good run. He's come off the bye. Zorko's come off the bye. I'm just trying to trade in premiums coming off of their bye, and then I don't have to worry about them missing a game for me in the weeks to come. So is it a risk? Obviously, it's a risk. That's why not everybody owns him. But my rank is so shit anyway, I might as well try and do something that isn't the same as everybody else. He's got all of the CBAs, so he's playing the role that we all know and love from him. I mean, if I just pull up the CBAs and I go to North Melbourne, he is without a shadow of a doubt the number one midfielder over there at North Melbourne. So
he can't play anywhere else.
Exactly. So for me,
it's more attitude. For me, it's more attitude.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that attitude has improved. I think he's turned a corner. Yes, he started the year completely disinterested. I completely agree with that. But I just feel like you look at him in the last few weeks, his time on ground was 90% against Port Adelaide. So he's clearly trying. He's getting his tackles. His tackles are a bit up. He's hitting the scoreboard as well. You know what I mean? Like, goal kicking mids are really important. So I'm happy to try. Again, CBAs, decent time on ground, got a good run. Look, I think there's enough boxes being ticked for me to roll the die. And he's not overly expensive either. I am saving some money compared to others with their upgrades this week. So, look, is he a fraud? Look, I don't think he is. I was pretty keen to start him in the preseason. I didn't end up starting him. I'm bringing him in now. And we'll see what happens. If he scores shit this week, so be it. It's fine. It's best 18. You know what I mean? Like, it is. I'm not going to say it is what it is, because if I say that, then I'd get in trouble with myself. So I'm not going to say that. So yeah, LDU is who I'm trading in this week, and I know a bunch of you aren't very happy with it. But before we get to you guys, I do have to read out G-Bags' comment on your G-Bags. Much love to you, brother. Thoughts
Thanks,
on
mate.
Hogan, Mackay, and Curnow? Looking at bringing in a forward this week under 450k. Also considering Jai Caldwell or Neil Bullen as a pod.
Look, I think Caldwell's okay. I think the Bombers are using him and Perkins a lot through the middle alongside Durham, and his scoring hasn't been terrible. In terms of the primos, though, I think Mackay's probably the better one. A lot of people going Curnow at the moment, but Mackay, comparable scoring, but does have the option and the benefit of being that second ruck, which means that he's going to get a little bit more of the points. That's probably the big thing for me. So, yeah, I if you're going to pick someone you want to key forward, I think Mackay's the better pick. Curnow's obviously fantastic. I probably wouldn't go near Hogan. Hogan was great at the start of the season, but Brown's coming back soon. Cadman's not been doing much. I think Hogan's kind of petered off a little bit, and there's a lot of competition for guys in that GWS forward line to score goals. So, yeah, just have to be careful.
The problem with a lot of these players that you're mentioning, in fact, all of them, barring Hogan, has got the round 14 bye.
Yes.
That's
the big problem, yeah.
Like Neil Bullen, Caldwell, the two Carlton boys, it's too much. I probably wouldn't go anybody. If you're gonna go for someone, you want a forward premium coming off the bye, your only options are Zorko or Hogan or Toby Green. Those are your only options for teams who have come off the bye so far. Anyone else, I wouldn't be trading in a premium unless it's like a Dylan Moore, for example, who's got a super low break even, is going to go up a lot of money, as well as
I don't care about
the last buy.
15 buy too much.
Exactly. Yeah. So, all right. So, LDU won't help you rise. He will ruin your season. I love it, Cheese. You're a funny one. All right. Well, he's not the first one. Michael's also bringing in LDU. Good to know. Yep. LDU. Oh my God, no. Jeez, could you be any more dramatic with that West Coast Eagles rule? Could you be any more dramatic? Joe, do not get LDU. I am trying to help with your mental health here. He's a miserable watch. God, I hate him.
I did make a mistake. Lizard Man pointed out something in the chat, so I'm just going to fix it. Thanks, Lizard.
Right. Cheese, I hear you. But I've also watched LDU, and the only time I've really properly watched LDU was when Big J and I were at the footy to watch the game. Yeah. He looked really good, didn't he, Big J?
Yeah. He's a good player. It's just attitude for me. That's always been his problem. And I think when you're a good player in a bad team and, you've put in the effort for a while and things like that, it's really hard to jump up. And I think that's been LDU's problems the last few weeks. So hopefully that's fixed himself up a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking on tacklers. He was stepping through, hitting the scoreboard. Some of those kicks inside 50 were beautiful. Were really, really good. I don't know. From a footballing perspective, having watched him live in person, I liked what I saw from him. I gotta admit, he was definitely one of the best on ground. I did think Sherry was best on ground
he's
in total, but I thought LDU was probably second best. He had a wonderful game. So, is it recency bias because I didn't have his shit scores in the beginning? Is it people don't want him now because he's burnt them previously? It's a bit of logical reasoning failure there. I'm just gonna look at the numbers, and the numbers seem to be okay. He does have one of the best draws. I agree, Michael. LDU can actually eat. He can? Can he really? I haven't seen him do that, so I'll take your word for it. We'll get to that. LDU's a gun. Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Lizard. You're a superstar. My current ranking is, where is my team? Oh, here. It's very bad.
Not that high.
18, almost 19,000. So it's been a very terrible season, Lizard Man. So can't get any worse, surely.
Joe's having a good run on the way home. Hopefully, he can finish his team though.
Hopefully.
Got a few more players to bring in. Optus
has been a graveyard for everyone you've brought in against West Coast this year, Joe. Well,
yeah.
for all the bad luck I've copped previously, it can't keep going. It's gonna have to. The luck eventually has to turn around, and I'm a firm believer of you make your own luck. And you know what? I'm gonna stick it to the man. I'm gonna stick it to the odds. I'm gonna say, stuff you. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I see the logic in getting LDU, but God, he's a fraud. He was so hard to watch for me. So I'm a biased hater. There it is. Yeah. There it is. And then I don't actually hate LDU. I legitimately like him as a player. It's just hard when he punished me to start and just to come good.
Yeah. It's the same people that had Dawson as well, right? You start Dawson, he shits the bed for like 8 weeks in a row, and like last week wasn't great. But outside of last week, like he's been all right the last 3 or 4 weeks. So those people were never going to bring Dawson back.
Correct. Hey lads, do I get Warner or Zorko for this week, or wait and get Zorko next week?
Really depends. What's Warner's break even? Let me see. If that's the only thing that's really hurting you, I assume not Corey Warner. Break even is 35. And versus Geelong. Do you think Sydney goes crazy on Geelong in the midfield?
I do think they do. The question just becomes who cops the Blixarves tag, I think. Because they can tag with either Blixarves. That's what they did with Tom Green. They sent Blixarves to him.
Warner's a lot better than Tom Green. Like, Warner's a lot better player than Tom Green. So I would almost say go Warner, leave Zorko, go Warner for today.
There you go. There you go. Unbranded. G'day, Unbranded. How's it going? JT, would you rather keep Oliver as D7 or fade him to Neil Dunks Warner this week? I have more than 8
D7. Can I have Warner at D7, Joe? Not Warner. Can I have Oliver at D7?
I'd love Dawson. I'd love Oliver at D7. What about F7? Can I have him at F7 as well? Potentially. Or R3? You know what he means.
Yeah,
he means M7.
Who's Werner? That's all I want to know. It's a tricky one, right? It really depends on how many you have for round 14, which is next week. But now is the perfect time to offload an Oliver. If you do not think that he's going to be a primo keeper for the year that you're happy with, offload him now or next week. Because there's no negatives. All you're doing is spending a trade and some cash. Like, you're getting players in that are playing for the rest of the year. So Oliver, there's clearly something wrong. He's clearly not right. There's a lot of stuff happening. Offload him. I do not mind offloading him for a Dunkley. And what's his price at the moment? Let me just see. Clayton Oliver to Dunkley is like 100K. Less than 100K. So it's pretty good, man. It's like 85K. So like, I don't think Dunkley's going to go 133, but he's going to be decent for the rest of the season. So get rid of him now if you can.
I know some people mentioning Errol Golden.
Him or Warner's going to go big, I think, for Sydney, but it's just hard picking one or both of them. And I think Sydney's one of those weird teams where, like, Heaney's been very good all year, but the number 2 best player's always been kind of in and out for the rest of it. So, like, sometimes it's Warner and sometimes it's Goulden. And then when Adams was playing, it was Adams as well. And then, yeah, it's just tough. He's Darcy Moore's brother, Werner. Funny.
I love it. Now, Errol's been... Obviously, Errol's capable, and he had 112 average last year. He hasn't really had too bad of a season. He hasn't been dominating his time on ground.
He hasn't had a fantastic season, though. That's the problem. Like, it's not like that. I would want a lot more hundreds in there than the 90s, because that's not going to give you like a keeper score in the midfield. That's the problem. It's like, cool, I've got maybe not Dawson, but I've got a Zach Merritt or a Miller or someone else in the team, and you're stuck with this guy. Like, it doesn't give me a lot of confidence.
Look, there are factors that are in his favor. Number 1, he's cheap. Number 2, he's off his buy. Number 3, He's underpriced compared to what he can possibly give you that he's shown us in the past. Even as recently as last year, he's popped off. So Errol Goulden does have a number of things going for him. He doesn't seem to be the one who's copying any attention either, because Heaney's playing around the ball and Chad obviously is being a Chad. So again, he's sort of sliding under the radar a bit. He's got a great kick to handball ratio. He's in the prime of his career. He's quite young still. Gee, it's, so many positives, but yeah, inconsistency in scoring has been a bit of an issue for him. He's giving away a few free kicks. And because he's getting a lot of ball on the outside, it's all uncontested in nature. He's not getting those contested possessions that you would get from your inside mids, like your Warners, for example. So, look, he's one that you're hoping can just continue to push up and recapture some of that form that he had last year. There is, of course, Callum Mills to come back into the team. What does that mean for him? Does that mean even more wing time? Because he is playing quite a bit on a wing. If you look at the heat map, that's a bit of wingy action there. Game before that, that's wingy, isn't it? Game before that, quite wingy. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of wing action, and you don't normally would associate wings with top 8 mids. So, but if there's anyone who can, it's Errol. I think there's a bit of a gamble there. To be honest, I'd prefer LDU. I'm crazy. Yeah, well, Dunkley's more expensive than Errol. Errol's another thing that, again, Errol Goulden is what's Errol's price? Errol's down at 535. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty damn impressive. So, Errol at that price could be hard to go wrong. He's cheaper than everybody else, apart from like a Laird, who's 525, I think. Yeah. So, Goulden, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, and you could get something really, really impressive.
Yeah, you just got to have the faith, really. That's the big thing.
Yeah, exactly. Who is the best rookie to get in, asks Ducky. Only one on the bubble that I really like at the moment is McNeil. Dawson, if he plays for North Melbourne, would be obviously a great one to get in coming off the bye. If he holds his spot with
if
with
Callum
Cal
Dawson
Dawson
comes in, the only problem is he has been playing forward. That's really the only issue. So this week at training, he's been playing in the forward line. If he can survive that, you're okay. I don't see him playing forward in North Melbourne at the moment. I just don't.
Yeah, fair enough. Hutch to debut, really exciting. Also Grundy or English this week. What's English's break even? English 94 against Big O. Nah, go Grundy. Go Grundy, Ducky. Grundy has come off the bye. He's got a Mickey Mouse fixture to come, and is up against Conway this week at home at the SCG. If I could, I wish I could get Grundy. Grundy is going to be your R2 for the year. Why I traded him out? I'm a freaking moron. Not going there with Marshall, been a train wreck. You can say that again. Drive home with no Big J driving. I am completely flabbergasted, betrayed, dumbfounded, led astray, bamboozled. Insert big words. Photosynthesis. About time we got some rain over here. Congratulations. Why not? How's it going? Oh, Broly. Very cool. Shabs Kebabs. Who is it this week? Moore, Holmes, or Fisher? Fish. It's got to be the Fish. He's come off the bye. He's playing halfback. No McKercher. You got to go the Fish. I better get more than 2 in the tipping this week. I think it will be hard to get worse than 2, mate. Do I do a cheeky vice on Laird tonight against the Tigs, or play safe and do Bont tomorrow night? Look, Jack, you can always go risky with the VCs, knowing that you've got either Gorn or Dacos in the wings. So always go risky with your VCs, I think. Now, what's the word on Dawson? Mate, Strawn, he is... Look, Rob's been dropped. He's not like he's died. No time frame on how long he's playing for. So I personally wouldn't do it. That's way too risky of a strat for me. I'm not sure which Dawson you're talking about. If it's Jordan Dawson, he's going to play for sure, I think, this week. If it's Will Dawson, we'll see in the team sheets when they come out. Daniel Ferrugia, what do we think of Sam Berry midfield time? I don't think he's going to get it. I think that they named that debutant, and I think he's going to get on the ball more, so not him. Harry, Neil or LDU with that sexy fixture coming up? Look, I've gone LDU for the fixture and the price save. Plus, Neil is 31, so there's age regression. Plus, he doesn't tend to run out seasons as well as he starts seasons. So I'm going LDU. Or just pick both of the Lions, boys. Nah. There's not enough room. Only one line per midfielder, per midfield, Sean. I want both Zorko and Warner, but Zorko has money to lose, whereas Warner... Well, the thing with Zorko is it doesn't matter at this point if you have money to lose. Just lock him in. He's come off the bye. Great role. Great scoring. But, Warner also does have a big price...
I'm back.
Jump. I was a bit surprised with where you disappeared to. So, I don't know. Look, I think... What do you reckon, Zorko or Warner this week? If you had to pick one. Warner?
Look, I like Zorko because, I think someone was saying here before, let me just see. I think Cheese had a fairly similar question. Paul Allen. Are you the Paul Allen that we met at the Marvel game? Let me know. Yeah. But I just like Zorko because I think midfield rookies are okay at the moment and forward rookies suck. So I would rather, let's pretend this is not best 18. I'd rather get Zorko in. I'd rather just lock in the forward line player, not have to worry. And I think the midfield at the moment, it's still pretty fluid as to who could be the best selection. And someone might drop a stinker score. And now you've got Warner there, but you really want this other player that you didn't really consider until it's too late. So that's kind of why I've said grab Zorko. That's a little bit of my reasoning. Obviously, Warner's cheaper, and I think he's got a better break even. But in my brain, I just want to lock in as many forwards as I can and say, cool, big primo score forward line. So, yeah, and I think Zorko has a better chance of going big than what Warner has as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, Zorko also plays the Saints twice.
Well, there you go. But, I mean, he doesn't play the Saints this week.
Yeah. Oh, go Fisher in 20K, I reckon, Ben. Get Fisher over
100%. 100. Bolton's not even top six. Bolton has good games, but he won't go that big today, I think. And
Bolton's going to Freo anyway. Bolton's going to Freo anyway.
Yeah.
I'm also interested in if Berry replaces Crouch.
They've got what's his face back now. So who's it? It's not Downey. Who's the player that's playing?
The one who's debuting.
Billy Dowling, I think, is the one.
Yeah.
There's some talk that he might come in and play a pretty prominent role. So
yeah, exactly. Would you trade in Zorko and Aaliyah or Fisher and Moore?
Well, you have to do Fisher and Moore because Aaliyah is not. Lee Khalil, probably not. But Fisher and Moore's better. That's two primos that you've got.
Correct.
Why not?
I think I've traded in 6 of the sub players of the sort by body, dubbed the Big 7. Love all of them as option. LDU can get stuck. He's screwed me 2 years in a row. Mate, there is a never again list, and it's true. And mate,
and you can do what you want on there again, even after I brought him in again this week. Not Whitfield, this week, but this year. It sucks.
Whitfield can get in the bin. You're waiting to see if Berry is sub or not. Would be interesting. Any McAuliffe owners nervous he's the sub tonight?
Look, that would suck for a lot of people. Let's be honest. That would really hurt.
It would suck. It would, but hey, it's best 18. So if there's ever a week for it, this is the week. For cash, and his break even is still, and his break even's negative in the negatives anyway. So we're fine. We're fine, bro. McMullen or Dawson, the better rookie this week?
Well,
Dawson, but if Dawson holds, then Dawson
might not play.
Jeez, I don't know. I don't know if it's my internet or if it's your internet.
I think it's your internet.
It feels like we're.
I think it's you.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, I've only just tuned in, so apologies if this has been spoken about. No worries, Maverick. But can you rank in order LDU, Warner, Neil, and Goulden? In terms of averages for the year, probably going to be maybe Warner, LDU, Neil, Goulden. Bringing in Errol and the Fish this week. Ooh, very nice. Is very, very nice. Well done. We're going value and we're going good.
I've seen some really good I've seen some really, really good teams that are bringing in amazing players that if you've got a buy left, not a buy, sorry, if you've got a boost, you're laughing. Like I've seen some triple upgrades this week, Joe. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Centre Bounce boys sliding for big freeze next year. They need some real celebs.
Mate, let's do it. I reckon they get on the YouTubes and start. Maybe we do our own like Fight M&D ice bucket challenge or something. You know, we could do that, Joe. Get a few YouTubers together and we'll do a Fight M&D ice challenge. Why not?
Mate, we just come sliding down screaming, "It is what it is," and you screaming out, "Darcy Moore!" You have to go dressed up as Darcy Moore.
Oh, yeah.
That's who you have to go as. Or Dylan Moore. No, Darcy Moore calls it. Now on time.
You know what it will be? You know what it'll be? It will be the Hawthorn jersey, but I'll have like the Collingwood black and white hair, and I'll be like Darcy Moore, but you know, I really mean Dylan Moore.
Exactly. Lachlan Hurley. G'day, Hurls. Hey boys, I think I have a big move, but I'm not too sure. I'm looking at Wilson, Clahisi, and Darcy for Dawson, McGovern, and English, leaving me with 15 grand, 1 mid upgrade with 3 decent cash cows.
I like it. The only thing is McGovern has
round 14
bye. That's the only thing. So if you can survive round 14 bye, go for it. I really like it. McGovern's a fantastic player. Huge miss if you didn't start him. Joe and I didn't start him. It kind of sucks, but fantastic player and seems to have really overcome his injuries. He's taking majority of the kickouts as well. And similar to a North Melbourne, the ball is in West Coast defensive line every game for a majority of the game. So, yeah, he's a very, very good player and takes intercept marks. Yeah. Like we said it last week and the week before, but there's really a reason why key defenders are worth like this $1 million price tag. And McGovern kind of shows that, even at a later age. Do it.
Yeah, for sure. Nate, Grundy's a great R2. Don't even worry. Grundy will be your R1 with the Mickey Mouse run that he's got to come, mate. Yeah. Don't you worry about it. So
teams just like it. Did it happen? Who was it last year? Was it English last year that the Mickey Mouse run happened again?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was English, right? Like these players just don't have rucks this week. Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, 100%. Dylan Moore will rise in cash and drop points.
Maybe. We'll see. He's in my team.
Also, Grundy. I've heard this. Grundy for sure. Other than Heaney, Flanders, Zorko, and Fish, who rounds out F5, 6, and 7?
Well, this is the big question, right? So I've gone more.
Rankin.
And then I think, Rankin, but he's injured. So we have to wait for a while. And they're probably going to not rush him back. So we might see Rankin like round 16, 17, or 18. Yeah, Moore's the one in there as well. I don't even know who I'm going to. At the moment, it's Sexton. At the moment, it's Sexton. Like, it just sucks that Moore's coming back. Sorry, Dylan? No, Powell. Sorry, Powell's coming back in like 2 weeks. And it's going to kick Sexton off his high horse. So, kind of sucks.
Yep, I agree. Moore or Fisher, asks Paul Allen. Probably the Fish. Off the bye. Good roll. No McKercher. Probably go the Fish, I reckon.
Yeah, I like the Fish.
I've already answered this question. Joe, I warn you every time. West Coast Eagles rule. I really appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, please keep warning me. Believe me, I do like to listen, but I also do like to give you guys content when you laugh at me every time it blows up in my face, and you can come back and say, I told you so. Velo, Joe, will LDU be a top 10 Supercoach scorer? I don't see him in top 15.
No, I don't know. But there's a lot of players there who are kind of all playing the same position. So I think there's probably at the moment it's looking like maybe there's a 5 or 6 midfielders and then the rest are like all together. Similar to defense, right? There's probably let's say five really good defenders, and then your D like 8 to 10 kind of, or 6 to 10 spot is all up for grabs. So yeah, there's probably a bit of that happening.
These are the top at the moment. If we take out, so where is he? He's not anywhere. He's not close, right? At the moment, he's not. But if we go by 3-round average, he is current. Take out Dacos. Dacos is in defense. He is the third best averaging midfielder over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. If we take out Nick Dacos, so
yeah,
he's.
Oh, yes, there's no doubt. Yeah. LDU is having a good run.
Yeah. So, and it's not like they've been necessarily against, piss weak opposition either. He's had the Bombers. He's had to play Gold Coast in Darwin. That's a really tough matchup, Gold Coast and Darwin. And then he played against Port Adelaide, where he went 117. So it's not like he's been doing particularly bad. But, for his price, I think he's pretty good, I guess. LD, you're kidding me.
They're saying at the moment, if you're a Lloyd Meek owner, it is time to offload Lloyd Meek. He's now missing a second week with syndesmosis. So those people that have held him, probably worth to sideways. You can get Grundy at a fairly comparable price. So worth doing that. And you miss out on the buy as well.
Dave, thank you very much, mate.
Thanks,
Great
Dave.
show, boys. Thank you for the dono. Draft here. Any update on McKercher? What can he score on return? Also, thoughts on Taranto for rest of year?
Taranto, no. McKercher will be slowly brought back into the AFL. I think when you've got this kind of injury and you're a first-year player, they're going to take their time with him. And I don't think he's going to be rushed back at any point. There's no pressure on him coming back. It's not like we're making finals or doing anything crazy. So, yeah, I don't think he's really an option for a while. If you've got like a spare trade come around 18 or 19, sure, go upgrade to a McKercher. But I think that's probably going to be the last time that we'll see him for a while.
I reckon Taranto is a freaking wonderful selection when he comes back. I reckon Taranto was a top 6 forward for us. And the only reason why he's fallen away, as usual, is because of his very crappy disposal efficiency. He is an absolute butcher. For the right price, he could be great coverage for you. So for me, not one that you want to necessarily have on field. If he gets cheap enough, I think he's fine as depth on your bench. Big J, I'm interested. Is the reason you want Zorko now because he has 2 good matchups? You're willing to ignore his big break even? Okay, fair enough.
It's more just finishing off my forward line because that's the only spot I've got left. I've got 2 forwards I've got 3 forwards and a defender left, so I just need to fill the spots.
Rank. No, I wouldn't wait for the rank hammy. Jonas, g'day Jonas, how you doing, man? I wouldn't wait for him because there's no real guarantee. There's no real timeline. I think they're gonna take it easy with him. He's one of their most important players, if not the most important player for them, and they're not going to try and rush him back prematurely. So look, I reckon just get the premium now, who's pretty cheap already.
Teams are out, Joe.
Teams are out. Excellent. I love to hear this. Let's go. Matches teams. Let's hide this current comment. All right. So as we know, Billy Dowling has come in. Walker out. Mate, is this the week that Richmond win again? Shea's back.
Maybe.
Taranto's in.
No, I don't think so. There's no chance.
Presti's in.
Nah. Adelaide at home are very, very hard to beat. I don't know what the it'll probably be like a Nankervis versus Strawn matchup, like if it's really going to be the big problem. But yeah, I don't think they win. And we still need to do our tips after this too, by the way.
Well, we can do that tip right now as we speak. You know what I mean? Like, mate, with these in,
I like Adelaide.
Yeah, Prestia, Taranto, Shea. Meanwhile, they've lost Crouch. They've lost Cook. Cook was cooking for them.
He was kicking goals like no one's business.
I'm tipping Richmond.
Okay.
I'm tipping Richmond this week, guys. Am I psycho? Yes. But that midfield is now weaker. Richmond's midfield has been bolstered with Taranto and Prestia back. They've lost two important forwards, Tex and Cook.
And Crouch as well, and the Ruckman.
I'm going Richmond. Richmond at Adelaide Oval. That's what I'm doing this week, guys. There you go. Doggies. Oh, now you come back, Buku. Really? So Buku's back. Libba's back. Welcome back, Libba. Congratulations, Libba. Well done, mate. Go well, son. Ryan dropped. Sharp dropped. So Bruce Rivel holds. Get around him. Where is he? Where is Brucey? I don't even see him. Am I blind?
But interchange.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. But he's playing, which is excellent. Darcy suspended. We all know this. Harm's injured. We know this. You tipped the Dogs for this game, right?
Yeah. So are we going Adelaide or are we going Richmond?
What do you mean? I've said I'm going Richmond.
All right. I'll do Adelaide at home.
Yeah, all right, there you go. So you're Adelaide, I'm Richmond. Okay. Right. Now I'm going Brisbane for this one.
Okay. Why Brisbane?
Brisbane don't mind the Marvel Stadium. They've got a pretty good record there.
Yep.
Bulldogs going to be without Darcy. No Darcy plus no Norton. A lot of responsibility on Jamara. Starcevic is a very good defender. Will bolster them defensively. Hipwood, he can be hit or miss, but he's someone that they have to respect. So I'm going to go with the Lions.
Sure.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I'll pick Lions as well. I think slowly the Dogs, like their benefits are starting to go down. No Norton and no Darcy this week. So Harris Andrews is who's he going to go on? Jamara. And that's it. Maybe Rory Lobb gets a bit of a free run, but it's not worth it for me.
Then move down. No changes at the Hawks. They're a happy team at Hawthorn. Why would they change when they're winning?
Oh, that's it, right?
Hogs out still. Perryman out. I love it how they have to say that they're out, even though they had the bye last week.
Oh, cool. I mean, it's just different change, right? Different team change. So
I don't know. So this one's actually a tough one. I'm tipping the Giants, but there's really no confidence for me. Brown's a big in, and Ward's a pretty good in. So I'm going to go with the Giants, but I'm not doing it with a lot of confidence.
I almost want to go. I'm going to go Hawthorn just for fun. Like, it's not going to work out well for me, but I'm going to go Hawthorn. I think, can they win 3 in a row potentially? So let's give it the shot, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy what I'm doing, I think. Trying to go
against
for
Hawks at UTAS, Joe. Come on.
I know. It's ballsy. It really is. Ballsy / psychotic. I agree with you, Captain Flash. But
and
I don't know.
There's no Monday team named either for anyone who's wondering.
But if the Giants are the Giants, if the Giants are the Giants with the Orange Tsunami and really want to make a wave and try and play finals and impact in finals, the Giants simply have to get the job done. Regardless of where they play, the Giants don't mind traveling. So the Giants. All right. Oh, Waterman's back. Sorry, North.
Yeah.
Dawson holds his spot.
Yeah, he does. Like I said, he's been training in the forward line. So maybe he ends up just being a forward line player. I don't see why. I would rather put Combat in there, but yeah, it's a bit of a tough one, Joe.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to go with the...
still got Kobe Pink playing forward. I don't know how that's supposed to work out. So, yeah, I guess we're kind of like praising and keeping him in because of the form that he's been in, kicking 2 goals last week. So, Yeah. It's not great.
Good evening to you, double dummy, mate.
Dummy.
Exactly, Marcus. Too little, too late. 100%. Stuff you, Buku. Bloody hell.
Now, my problem is, do I keep Dawson? Sorry, do I get Dawson in or not get Dawson in? That's really the question for me. And then if I get Dawson, that means that I don't get Closey this week. So do we think Closey's going to? Well, we'll talk about Gold Coast later, but
yeah. I don't know. I'm personally getting where is he? McNeil.
Yeah, I can't afford him.
Speaking of freezing Giants in the freezing cold. Speaking of freezing, big freeze, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't, get your beanies. Yep, they're very 100%. Awesome. They're wonderful. They look great. But more importantly, they go to a good cause, trying to fight the beast, trying to fight MND. So if you haven't already, please, a little goes a long way. Be part of the movement. Donate if you can. Incredible cause. So yeah, just a little PSA there. We then move to the Saints. Is this Sunday or still Saturday?
Did you choose who you were going to pick?
Yeah, I've tapped West Coast.
West Coast because they've got Waterman back, right?
Correct. Yeah. All right. And then we go Saints v Suns. No changes. Darcy Moore named the guts for the Hawks. You're right. Wow.
Funny boy.
Where is he? Sorry, let me just cover. How do I redact Dylan? How do I redact him? Can I redact him somehow and just write over him Darcy?
I think if you press inspect. Yeah. And then you can change like the player's name, maybe.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that. This is way above my pay grade. All right, St Kilda v Suns, Marvel Stadium. No changes for either side. This one's a tough one, man. I have no idea. Is Matt Rowell named Ruck?
Yep. Yep.
Ned Moyle on the ball. Matt Rowell in the ruck.
There you go.
He's taking the P155 at the moment. Is Timmer Hardwick? Nah, I don't know, man. I'm actually tipping the Suns here. I'm tipping the Suns. Is that stupid? To win their first game south of the border?
No.
Come on.
Sorry. You've got Darcy Moore playing there. Number 13, Darcy Moore.
Just to,
Darcy Moore. For all you guys, Darcy Moore now plays in Hawthorn, and he's playing in the middle. So
on you, Jez. On you, Jez.
Darcy Moore's playing.
I love it. Way above your pay grade now. The speed at which I gave up, mate. I can't do it. Bro. I'm not a tech savvy guy. All I can do is share a screen and talk into a webcam. All this inspection and changing words on web pages, that's above my pay grade. But thank you so much, Cheese. You're a legend, mate. I love it. What do you mean, Joe? Ned Moyle is obviously M1. I know. Obviously. Where else would he be? Suns away record is terrible, but exactly double dummy. Like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Who do we pick? The shit or the inconsistent? I don't know. Come on, Joe. You can do it. Do it. Do what? What am I doing?
I think what? Change it.
No, I can't change it. It's fine. It's all right. That's why we have draw. A draw. I'm not going to draw. Come on. I'm going to go Suns, bro. It's stupid, but I'm going to go the Suns.
Well, St Kilda's coming off a win last week. No Moyle. Nah, you got to pick. You got to pick St Kilda. No Ruckman or Gold Coast is going to kill them.
That's
No Ruckman. No Ruckman's going to hurt, man. Like, as good as their midfield and everything is, no Ruckman. That's it.
It's true. But Rowan Marshall's a fraud. Stuff you. The Suns. I'm tipping the Suns just so I can flip off Rowan Marshmallow. All right. This is Sunday now, so this is extended lists. Tom McCartan, Cleary, and Laddams. Surely Laddams doesn't play. Blixarves, Clark, Jai Clark for all you Clark. Mana, potentially. Where are they? Where's Mana? Oh, Mana last on the bench. Unlikely.
He's not getting named.
Unlikely. But if Ollie Henry's out, they have to get a forward in. And out of these guys, only one is a forward.
Yeah.
Right? Dare to dream. Jonas. Henry injured. Dare to dream. Mana could play. Okay. Interesting.
So, McHenry. McAuliffe is the sub. So that kind of sucks. Ned McHenry is the sub for the Crows. So Dowling gets a start. So if people that were considering going Dowling's probably going to negative effectively a Berry type as well.
Look, it's annoying. It is annoying that Kane McAuliffe is the sub, but at the same time, I don't mind because it's best 18 and he's already got a negative break even. So even if he plays and barely scores anything, he was never going to be one that we keep anyway. He's going to be traded out at his buy. It was always going to happen with Taranto and Prestia back. You never know. Prestia's hamstrings are barely stuck together anyway. You know, like it's possible that Kane could get an early sub in. You never know. All right. I might change to St Kilda. You're right. No Ruck hurts.
Like Rowan Marshall's going to go big as much as you hate him.
I hate him a lot. So yeah, I reckon Henry should play. If Henry's out, then I think Mana should play because
potentially.
Reece Stanley got a forward.
Yeah, potentially.
Who's the tip? SCG, Swan or Cat?
No, you can't beat Sydney at home. There's no chance. No chance, man.
Of course.
No chance. Grundy 200 against dodgy players. Come on.
Oh my God, they get better. Orazio's injured. They get better.
Yeah.
Far out. Motlock.
Yeah, we went through it with Mello. We went through it. McAuliffe and who was the second one? Just
McHenry.
McHenry, yeah.
Todd in. He'll play. Todd should play. He was rested last week. Yeah, he's on field. Does Dylan Shield play? Now, if we're losing a defender, Archie Roberts should play then. He's new debutant. He's been doing all right in the VFL. I reckon Archie actually plays. Get around him. Come on, Archie, on debut. On your Arch. Let's do it. Big game against Carlton. Langford holds his spot because we was a bit of concerned about him. I reckon Archie plays because there's none of these are defenders unless we're going to name Setterfield in defense, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Todd Goldstein defender. They were saying today that Nick Martin was training with the midfielders, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. Obviously,
I like that actually,
there, but yeah,
I like that.
Are you guys
Carlton
winning?
Nah, Carlton's winning.
All right, I'll tip him.
No Redmond, no Parrish.
Now I've got one for you, Joe, because we obviously aren't going to be on the show tomorrow to be able to work out who's going to beat. So who's going to win, Melbourne or Collingwood? Let's do our tips for Melbourne versus
Melbourne.
You
Melbourne
reckon?
for me.
All right.
They got smashed by 90-something odd points last week. They're going to be breathing fire this week, surely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Carlton for me. No, there's nothing here at all nothing even extended for Collingwood.
Bello, I would not go Jordan Dawson. I'm sorry. Do not.
The thing is, they're bringing in Dowling. Huh?
Let's do captains. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was just asking that question because if Jordan Dawson, if they've brought Billy Dowling in, who has been playing very well in the VFL, and he's not even going to be, not VFL, sorry, Sandful, and he's not even the sub. He is named to play right from the get-go to replace Matt Crouch.
Ooh. Oh, no, they haven't named. Okay, cool. I got excited. I'm like, none of my Pies players are playing. Oh, wait, because team sheets haven't actually come out yet.
All right, but actually, as we speak, we gotta bring some of the news as they come. Apparently, according to Josh Money, Nathan Van Berlo.
Let's pull it up.
I pull it up here. I'll just pull it up. Can you guys see it? Josh Money. Nathan Van Berlo has told 7 News Adelaide you can expect to see debutant Billy Dowling predominantly playing across half forward and wing relief against the Tigers tonight. What does that mean? More Jordan Dawson midfield time. Put the VC on Dawson, Velo. Full send it. He's going to go 160 this tonight. I can feel it.
Nah, not as a full forward, Joe.
He's not playing full forward.
Have you seen him in the team? I know team sheets don't matter, but have you seen the team sheet?
No, team sheets. I wipe my butt with team sheets. That's why it hurts. That's why it hurts every now and then.
Roids going on to you.
This is the roids. Yeah, potentially. Captains this week. All right, who are the good captains for this week? If I go to DFS again. Open this up. I want to go down to player versus position. If you got Dawson, he's a great option tonight against the Tigers at home after a very disappointing loss. Why is the button not working? All right, so Dawson, great option. Laird, if he's playing on the ball, might be a decent option. Not sure how many people have Laird.
I know a few people are considering bringing him in this week.
Bont is Bont.
Yeah, that's who my VC is.
Bont is Bont. Hard to go past the Bont as well at Marvel. He loves to play at Marvel. His favorite venue. So Bont,
and he's just come off a 180.
Correct. He's in good form. So, yeah, Bont could be good. He does have Libba back, though. So,
this is true.
What does that mean for the midfield for the midfield rotation? Who knows? Brisbane against. Look, if you want to look at any of the Brisbane boys, the Dogs have been pretty good at restricting scores against midfielders. So probably wouldn't go there. Maybe Zorko could be a very decent, a sneaky VC. We've seen early on in this live stream. For the last 3 or 4 weeks, there's always halfbacks distributors going crazy against the Bulldogs. So Zorko could be a sneaky VC this week. No one owns any Hawks. For the Giants, he probably wouldn't go anyone. Maybe more? Whitfield.
Just kidding.
No, I wouldn't go more. Not if it's. I wouldn't go more. Nah, probably scary for me. There's also more consistent, reliable options this week. If you're Jake Waterman, If you've got Jake Waterman, put the VC on Waterman. He's going to kick it easily.
Pretty much. Actually, no. North Melbourne's defense is not we're not great, but it's not the same defense as it was in round 1. Let's be honest. I don't know if Hogan is going to be kicking 1 million goals on us again. We'll see, but yeah.
Correct.
Don't bust your guts too much.
Mate, LDU. Where is he? Where's LDU?
He's in the middle. He's only got the C on.
LDU! We're going to go LDU, baby. All right. And then for the Saints, guess what? There's still no Hugo Garcia. The kid is dead. RIP.
Kind of sucks too, but I would have loved to have some extra cash gen from him.
If you've got Rowan frickin' Marshmallow against Ned Moyle or Matt Rowell, you're going to be in for a good time with Rowan Marshmallow. Sam Flanders, sneaky one. Halfback, has not scored under 100 all year, Sam Flanders.
Yeah.
He's never gone 130 plus either, having said that, but still, reliability.
It's crazy to think that people didn't start him or didn't get him in, and some people still don't have him in.
Yep, exactly. Sydney, you're really just going to be, I suppose, rolling the dice. Who pops off? Is it Heaney? Is it Warner? I reckon just play safe and go Grundy against Conway. Grundy is my selection as a VC or C in this game.
Nice.
If you've got Walsh, you could do all right. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, and then the last game is either Gorn against Darcy Cameron, or Bond. Not Bond, or Dacos. One of Gorn or both of them will both Gorn and Dacos will pop off in the last round. So in the last game, so they can be your C's if you want. Okay, that's that. Now, any other questions? So we'll go back here. Am I the only one who thinks Rankin is a must now with Crouch out? Well Rankin has to play.
He's not playing. That's the problem. Yes, when Rankin comes back, sure, in like 4 weeks, but not for right now.
G'day, Ange. Hey, everyone. I'm on the road tonight, but I'm listening. And gentlemen, I anti-potted Tom Green, and although I can easily get him, do I even want him? Warner is in this week, and I already have Dunks. Well done.
No, you don't. You don't want Tom Green. Like, it sucks that I've got him. I want to set myself up to have Tom Green as a loop in the midfield for the whole season. But yeah, there's no chance. I don't know what it is. It just feels like the ball and the game's kind of gone past him a little bit this year. GWS want to run the ball quick, and if Green is not getting the contested possession and the handball or something out of the middle, he's just not scoring that great. So it kind of sucks.
Yep. Right now, my choice is either bring in Moore and Neal or Zorko and Goulden.
Ooh.
Zorko and Goulden have both come off their bye, so you could do that.
Yes. Yes, you could. I just don't like Goulden scoring. Don't bring in Goulden. He's no good.
Next minute. Mills is back soon. Do you think he will play mid or defense, and who will he impact scoring wise? I think he's going to be there to shore up the defense, Jonas. I think their midfield right now, they don't want to disrupt the apple cart.
Very, very good.
Their midfield's on fire at the moment, kicking goals, so if anything, their weakness is the back line. I reckon Mills goes and plays defense, to be honest.
Yeah. I wouldn't say maybe plays defense, but I think he just plays wherever they need him. And if that's in the defense, then that's in the defense. So, yeah.
Well, has a massive ceiling. Yeah, he does have a massive ceiling for sure. Joe Errol had an awesome hairstyle in 2022. I know, I noticed that. Hey lads, if possible, could you have a look at my team? Look, it's a bit late in the piece now for looking at teams, I think. But we're definitely more than happy to answer questions as we go. Logue is back soon. That will bolster your defense for sure.
Yeah, probably 3 weeks, and then similar, probably McKercher's around the same time as well.
Yeah. Grundy has a great 3. Yeah, 100%. Grundy's going to be on fire. Jonas Moyle is going to spank Rowan Marshmallow this week. The team sucks away from home, so we'll probably lose though. I hope that happens. Rob didn't die. Yeah, nah. Zach Reed. Minute silence in commemoration of Zach Reed, who is unfortunately a dead rook. At least on the plus side, we get him pretty cheap next year. The only positive to come out of that. Maverick, I'm still a McKercher owner. How long do we expect him to miss? Man, they haven't even given finally North. Mate, the timeline's just too rough, bro. I don't even know. I'd love to get him back in, but he's still got pain in the foot. They have to give us the timeline for when he has no more pain in his foot. Alter G running, there was enough red flags for me to trade him out. Even though I didn't want to trade him out, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and trade him out. You've already held him for this long. You might as well just, I don't know, hold him on. So still hold on, I guess. Maybe Big Rob back to working at Hungry Jack's. Who knows? Who knows? Charles, hello, gents. Excuse my spelling. I'm always having drinks when this is on. Good to know. Thanks for your help this season. Oh, anytime, bro. I'm still in the top 300. Is he better than the fish? No, I reckon the fish is better, Charles. I reckon the fish is safer. No timeline yet for McKercher, Dave. I know it's best 18, but having a sub score, there's a chance of getting rid of a 50-60. If he says, yeah, look, he's going to be the sub. It's confirmed. And we're just going to have to look and see what happens. You never know. At least it'll make us money. Ridley or Dale buy doesn't matter. Ooh. I like Rids, but Bailey Dale is the distributor for them. The question becomes, now that Libba is back, does Ed Richards spend more time in the back line when he comes back? So again, it's question marks over where Richards plays. If Richards goes back to defense, then Dale, I think, gets impacted. Ridley, no one's impacting him. So I reckon maybe Rids, and he's cheap too. Thomas, Dowling, Sheasel, and Kerno in for me this week. Kerno, my forward pod. Yeah, he'll do well. G'day, Jen. How's it going? Jezza Cameron got a delicious last 5 games. Yeah, we can leave him for then. We don't have to rush him in now. Not with his buy coming up, Cheese. Streams have dropped. What do you do with McKercher? I reckon hold. Any more? When is Roger Moore debut? Captain, I smashed the exam. Hey, well done, bro. Well done. Much love. Congratulations, Flash. You're a superstar, mate. I'm trading Stewart, Clahisi, Wilson to Moore, Dawson, and Shays. Next round, planning to go Reed and maybe Combin to Dunks and a cheapie. And maybe, yeah, that's fair. Dunks should have a...
Sorry, everybody.
Dunkley has a high break-even of 133 from memory, which means that, yes, it is. So he will drop in price and you can get him for cheaper next week.
Yeah.
Which is obviously really good. I only have 15 playing the round 14 buy so far. Am I in trouble?
Which is the big issue at the moment, which is why you need to, you need to offload all your Gold Coast players. You need to watch out about kind of bringing in your Melbourne and some other players as well. So, yeah.
For sure. Best 2 rookies for this week. Probably McNeil and Dawson, I reckon.
Best 2. Yeah. Yep. Well, they're the only 2 guys on the buy.
Exactly. On the bubble.
On the bubble. Yeah. Exactly. I just don't know how strong Dawson, like, some people are saying Dawson, I think, will be sub. Looking at North Melbourne's interchange, I don't think Dawson will be sub. Potentially, if we think there's going to be an injury or something happens, maybe with him playing forward, because, like, as I've said already, I think he's going to end up playing forward. I don't know if he's going to be the sub, and he might come and, sometimes these players, when they're new, they play forward, they might only play half the game, right? So maybe Pink misses half the game, and then he comes on and plays the other half. But I think it will be Eddie Ford. So that's kind of my feeling. So, yeah.
Kai. G'day, Kai. How's it going, bro? Neil and 29K and struggle to get Grundy next week, or go down to LDU and have like 110K and much easier to go Moyle and Clohisi to Grundy. And yeah, I reckon the second one. I don't think the difference between Neil and LDU is as big as many people think it's going to be. To be honest. Plus, you're saving quite a bit of cash. And then it just improves the balance and the caliber of your team all around the board. So I reckon option number 2 for sure.
Yep. Yeah, no, I like it.
Libba's back 100%. That's so good to see. Cal Dawson is back. We already spoke about that. Hugo Garcia still not named. I mean, we sort of spoke about it here on the channel. Thanks to Kama, of course, letting us know that apparently Garcia had some bone bruising, which is why he hasn't been playing. And
they'll take slow approach with him, really.
Slow approach with him, and you can see he's just not playing. So, yeah, it was not going to happen. Mananam on the bench. But, yeah, I know, but I reckon he plays. Jonas. He has to. They haven't named any forwards to replace Henry. outside of him. So I reckon he plays.
Yep.
Tigers win. Get on it, boys. $5.50, Bolton 2 goals. Hey, there you go. Normally it's Jonas who gives us the normally it's Jonas, the resident betting man. There you go, Skits. Thanks very much for the tip.
Mate, you just hope you win.
Yeah, of course. But hey, you know, 550 odds. So I mean, it's got a. If Richmond win, you'd expect Shea Bolton to be part of the kicking goals.
Yes.
So
yeah, he's one of the few.
Yeah, so it goes hand in hand. Cheese, I've heard word that Will Dawson will 100% be playing this week, and it will definitely be forward.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Jonas, forward only choice. 159k Lockie McNeil or 123k Toby McMuffin. Look, I'm going with McNeil because there's no. I'm actually writing McMuffin. I actually wrote out McMuffin.
Joe. Yeah, I like McNeil. Even just last year, the guy played like 19 games. Like his scoring wasn't great because he had that's why he was 150k at the start of this year. But he played a lot of games last year. So yeah, I think his potential to play is good. It just, maybe this is the year for him. Bevo does like the mature age players. He did come on as the sub, but yeah, he come down to 80 after playing 40% time on ground, so it's not bad.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go with McNeil. I think that the injury to Waitman just increases the importance of McNeil on the side. And McNeil played Mick seriously well last week. Tallest rover ever in Moyle. I know, right?
I think I'm waiting a little bit to see what happens with the Melbourne and Collingwood names. Hopefully that comes out tomorrow and not like a Sunday or something before I work out if I'm going to go McNeil or currently I have Hutchinson. So we'll see which one of the two.
Fair enough. Big J, don't disrouse rucking abilities, mate. Yes, Clark is back. Congratulations, Jen. Is there an inside joke at Gold Coast to just put Rao in bizarre positions for the team lineups?
Well, it's like true. Caleb Daniel.
He's always all over the place. It's almost like, where's Wally?
Yep. Yeah. It's like
so
Caleb
good.
Daniel.
Where's Wally? Where's Rao? Ryan. Rowan was sub last week and will play not mana. Right. Even Freddie. Hey, Freddie. How's it going, bro? Freddie. So, yeah, unlucky. Kaczynski playing no blight. It's a blight on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Joe got the BC on Marshall. He's going to drop a 180.
Yeah, I think he will too.
Not the freaking marshmallow. Archie Roberts on field. Surely actually plays. Never mind, he's not. Yeah, I know. He wasn't on field. He was on the bench. Archie Roberts went to my school. Goated. Yo, Freddie. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like it. Ben. G'day, Ben. Best rookies on the bubble to get this week. Dawson, McMullen, or McNeil? I'm going McNeil.
Yeah, I think McNeil. Dawson's obviously got the low break even and already has had his bye, but it's a little bit sketch in terms of his job security. If he's going to play forward, one bad game and Teakle comes in. I don't know where we really fit this guy in, so we'll see. Potentially like a Combin goes forward and Dawson goes back at some point. But, yeah, I just don't know how they're going to fit.
You know what they say, Ben? This is all going to be just one big Mick roulette. Mick rookie roulette. And
it's hard to go past. What's Dawson's break even, though? Let me just quickly check. It's hard to go past. It's hard to go past the break.
Last week, yeah, the Pies lost last week, but there's losing, and then there's Melbourne Demons losing. Like that
Melbourne
was
really lost. Yeah.
Like there's losing, and then there's losing. Like they were like lost. Like, they were really bad.
So John Ralph has just posted Jordan Dawson is battling a ligament issue in his big toe. So if anyone's looked at putting him VC, probably look away.
He's got a what?
It improved this week compared to last year. So the Crows are hoping it can be managed, but I don't think he'll get close to 100% game time.
His big toe, Jonas.
ligament in his big toe.
Jonas, don't you dare insult Setago with his toes. He never had a toe injury. Jordan Dawson actually has a toe injury. So I fully expect Jonas, if you're still here, to absolutely take the Mickey Mouse out of Jordan Dawson. All right?
Yeah.
For his big toe.
So Dawson, just have to be careful. I know some people were saying, was it Velo was saying, hey, Dawson, don't get Dawson. Like, it's tough.
21 players on the field this week. Way! Very nice, Jen. Very nice. Alex just joined the stream. Sorry if already answered, but Warner versus Neil. Warner.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I like Warner, but he's young, and yes, he's explosive and things like that. But his opposition's had like 2 weeks to figure out how to beat him. So yeah, it's a tough one for me. Neil, I think his scoring for the whole year's actually been pretty decent. Not as low as maybe what I had previously thought. Let me quickly check.
He's got better CBA numbers for sure.
Yeah, he's got some pretty high ceiling numbers as well. So yeah, and
but he's 31.
His projected score's very good.
But he's 31, and I'm going to go with the young bloods.
Yeah, that would be the argument. But Neil has had, out of the 11 games he's played so far, he's only had 2 under 100s. And yes, they were 70s, but tough games kind of thing. So yeah, few 160s, lots of 110s, 109s. Warner's probably got the better consistency if he can keep up the form, which is the big thing.
Look away now. Will set a chick. Bro, if he did, he'd cause them ligament damage because that's what he's got right now. Get out of here, Jonas. Get out of here. Thoughts on Sam Berry? I think he's no good.
He's no good. There you go.
I love it. Melbourne didn't lose. They just didn't turn up. Bro, they lost. They got lost on the way, and then they lost on the ground. So they got big loss. That's a huge loss. All right, what was I up to again? What do we do with McKercher if he's still 2 weeks away? I'm leaning towards a trade.
Trade him, and then bring him back in later. There's no problems with like going a Harrison plus a Garcia into a McKercher and a rookie later, but holding like 380K on your bench for another probably 3 or 4 weeks is detrimental to you finishing off your team. So don't do it.
Evening, boys. Good evening, rookie coach. Subscribe, please, to him. With team sheets out, who are you looking at for downgrade options? McNeil for me.
Yeah, I went Hutchinson. If I could afford a McNeil or something without compromising my team a little bit, I definitely would do the trade. I just wanted to get another week of Closey and his scoring before he's out of my team next week. So yeah.
Thoughts on Clohesi, Graham, and Hugo to Will Dawson, the Fish, and McNeil? Any changes to that? Yeah,
I like it.
Just fixing the cash gen, I guess.
Well, he's getting a keeper.
Getting an upgrade.
Well, so hopefully you've got some money left over from that, Harry. Though you should have a bit.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Bazalinka, Clohesi, Darcy Wilson to Neil Fisher and Will Dawson. Very nice. If you could do like an LDU or someone else, or maybe Dunkley, if you have enough money to get Will Dawson up to a McNeil, rather than getting a Neil, you know what I mean? Like if you could get the next person below, if you have enough money in the bank to be able to afford to get Dawson to a McNeil, I think he'll be better. But if you can't, then that's fine. Thoughts on Laird with Crouch out, asks Andrew. I think he could go well, but he's got the bye in round 15, so that's not too bad.
That's my big problem, the buy round. Like post buy, if he's a similar price, 100% use him as like a M9 type position. But post buy you want now, not pre buy.
Okay. Greg Halarakis, Clohesi, Wilson, Darcy. Klahisi, you got a boost? He's got a boost? Greg, I envy you. Klahisi, Wilson, Darcy, and Crouch to Zorko, Neil, Dawson, and Alir, or Neil, Dawson, Fisher, and Holmes / any other sub 600k defender.
I like the second option. Ali is going to be great, but in 2 weeks, I think they're getting a few more defenders back, and they're not going to be like Leak Ali is not going to be scoring as well. So you'll get a little bit of a cash in, and you'll get someone who is going to be around for a while. But I just don't know if the scoring is going to be there for you. Bench option potentially, but that's a lot of money that you can now offload for a better player. Just be careful of Dawson. That's the thing. He's one bad game away from being dropped. Not saying he will be, but there's even potential that he's the sub this week. So we'll see.
Rather than Neil, you could get Zorko and Fisher. So rather than Zorko, Neil, Dawson, and Ali, I mean, you could get Zorko and Fisher in. Forgo Neil, have 2 premium forwards in coming off their bye. Another thing potentially that you can consider. Martin to Shazel. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I would be getting Shazel in anyway. The talk of Shazel's kind of no, but get Shazel in anyway. Like the talk of Shazel's, he's going to play a different position, blah blah blah. Like the guy's a gun and he's going to score well in any position, barring probably ruck or small forward. So, yeah.
Okay. 22 playing without trading. What to do? Jeez, you're laughing.
You don't have to do anything. What you want to do is just set yourself up for the second half of the bye rounds, really. The next 2 are going to be killer, and a lot of people are going to be caught out, and that's where you can make up some decent ranks. So if you've got too many like round 14 or round 15 players, start to offload them. 20 or 30k from a catch increase is not worth a donut at this point. So, yeah. Some good advice there.
Hey boys, what do you recommend led with the since I don't know, man. He could, but we don't know. Is the thing?
He's too old. I think he's too old.
Look, why don't we have a look? Why don't we have a look and see? He's very cheap at 525. He's gonna have his buy coming in a couple of weeks' time, so he's not gonna be out of reach for you. If Crouch is out for the whole season, then
I think he is. Crouch is gone.
You could get him later after. Thoughts on Shazel can get him in this week, but concerns about his midfielder dropping his scoring floor when McKercher returns. Will be D6 to join Dacos, Ryan, Dale, Clark, and Martin.
Big J likes this.
Yeah, Shazel's good coming off the bye. There's still no McKercher. Who knows when he's coming back? So I reckon Shazel will still be fine.
He's just going to be.
As he says, Michael Mitzi, we go Leak Ali or Dowling instead of bubble rookies this week. Who knows if Leak Ali holds his spot in the team is the question. Dowling is going to be playing more forward and wing based on reports, which is not great for scoring. Plus, Dowling's going to have his buy in a couple of weeks, so he wouldn't even have a cash. He wouldn't even have a rise in cash. Sam, thoughts on these trades this week? Crouch, Darcy, Klahisi to Neil, Ridley, McMullen. Happy to take the injury risk on Rids. Look, I don't mind it personally.
It's just the buy round for me. Like Essendon's got the week off next week. There's too many players from that buy round. Post buy, cool. This week,
he's going to play accountable this week. He's going to play accountable this week, playing on QnA. So maybe don't get Rids this week. He's going to play accountable defending this week plus the buy next week. Wouldn't go Rids. Don't go Ridley. If you haven't got the fish, get the fish instead for sure. Seriously considering going Reed to McNeil just because I don't know who to trade out. Yeah, you can do that. Nothing wrong with that. Reed's dead. Fabled. Any risk of Rogers, Curtin, Garcia, or the Wizard playing a game sometime soon? About to hold a funeral.
Probably not.
Let me know when that funeral happens.
I've still got Biggie Newman, so probably.
Yeah, likewise. Well, we can have a memorial service for him, like we did for who did we have a memorial service for? For Joe Richards. We can have a memorial service for all of them next week. Follow on from my last question. Sheasel, Holmes, Ed Richards, Ridley, or other buys don't matter.
I really like. Yeah, I like Sheasel. I like Richards. Holmes probably not. Ridley is. Ridley's probably third out of that list.
Yeah, Ridley's a flex, but I think Sheasel probably the best out of those ones.
Yeah, I think so too.
Best defender options this week.
Ooh, interesting question.
If you haven't got the fish, then it's the fish.
Yeah. If you don't have Houston, wait till next week.
Exactly. What mid to get by doesn't matter. No price limit. Currently have Bont, Butters, Sarong, Green, Walsh, Oliver, Salem. Oh no. Christian Salem. Who is he missing? Bont, Butters, Sarong, Green, Walsh, Oliver. No, price is not an issue for him, he says.
Well, I would say Dawson, but obviously the ligament issues is probably a big thing. You could go at Tuke Miller, someone like him, or even
you want to get someone coming off the bye. You want their points for the rest. Why would you trade in someone knowing that you're going to miss
a Walsh is probably not a good pick then.
So you would get either an LDU or a Dunkley or a Neal. Those are your three options, I think, for the midfield. Lol just rejoined us on the call of sub. Lucky I don't own. Congratulations. Nick Blakey Brownlow 2024. He was so keen. He said it 3 times. Congratulations, Lizard Man. I love the Lizard. Who's the ruckman to go to? Grundy. Grundy is him. Thoughts on Oliver, McKercher, Klahisi to Golden, Shees, or McNeil? Don't mind
I like it.
Don't mind that at all. Prefer LD over Golden though. Chose internet shit in the bed tonight.
Yeah.
What can I do? Can't do much about it. Sorry, guys. Hey guys, thoughts on McMullen on the bubble for the Giants? I prefer McNeil personally on the bubble, but
yeah, I think McNeil's better. I mean, you'll get another week out of McMullen, but GWS's depth is so good that like one bad game, he's out, another player's coming in. So yeah, I think McNeil's probably got the better job security. He's more expensive though. That's the thing.
Yeah, he is more expensive. 2 out of Lear, McMuffin, McNeil.
Get the cheap ones. So if this was my team, I would probably go McNeil and McMuffin. I don't know about Dawson, man. It's giving me funny vibes. That's all.
I've gone Max Holmes this week. Anya, here's one. Big, bold call. He does have the bye next week, so this is the buys are a time that you're supposed to be upgrading. You're supposed to be bringing in premiums who have just come off their buys, unless it's one that's in the future where you're pretty light on. I don't know. Trading in a player that's about to go on a break next week, not ideal, unless they're super cheap.
Yeah,
like Max Holmes,
really low break even.
Yeah, like Max Holmes. I mean, like Max Holmes is how much is he? 564.
What's his break even?
59, but he's got the Swans though. He's got the Swans. The Swans are a tough team, mate. Hoops, how's it going, bro? Hey boys, loving the Supercoach group chat, insightful takes, and it's persuaded me to get in Jordan Ridley, first Don's player in my team. I know this will happen. McKercher comes back, takes Fisher kick-ins, he averages 80 for the year.
I don't think so. If he, we'll go to you, Jordan Ridley first, but then we'll.
Look, Rids is great, but he's going to play accountable defense this week. I can't see us playing Laverty on either of Curnow or Mackay. So Rids is going to play accountable. Does he get more kick-ins? Because Carlton might be inaccurate in front of the big sticks. One can only hope. But he's got the bye next week, man. He's got the bye next week. If you haven't got the fish, get the fish. I think you already do have the fish, so probably not. The problem is there's no one from these bye rounds who are defensive apart from Sheasel. Sheasel, McKercher, not playing, obviously. So Sheasel and Fisher. No one as a defender from Brisbane. Whitfield, Alear, the only not. 2. And then Swans, unless you want to go Nick Lizard Blakey.
No.
but
he's not someone you bring into your team.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. It's a tough week for defenders. If you can wait a week, next week, Houston and Ryan are available next week.
Yeah, Houston's the one for me next week, even though he does have a super big bye, which means I could wait a week on him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Fisher does that. I think Stiesel moves up, and then it's not as bad.
Still have Zach Reid, Caulfield, and Richards. RIP my benches.
Yep, and that's where at certain points, and Joe and I don't have the most amount of trades, but one or two of these players have gone. I was so close to getting another game out of Zach Reid potentially this week. Unlucky. But I think him and Big and Ewan are the only two dead ones on my bench at the moment. So I've kind of dodged it a little bit.
Just a little bit. 123 watching, only 10 likes. Come on. Yeah, if you have it, if you like it, then please like. If you're new, subscribe, greatly help the growth of the channel. Hit the notification bell. I think we'll finish up now anyways.
We have a strong question first. I don't know. It really depends on how many games Rob is out, but he's been the one that's always been waiting in the wings, that other teams that need a ruckman, Jordan Sweet and a few others got picked up this year. But yeah, there's a lot of people who have wanted him. He's a very good ruckman, potentially, but I wouldn't do it. Conway's been a fantastic pickup for those people that have had him. So, lucky buggers.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Is it worth trading Tom Shooter Jordan with? Look, I think if James Jordan's going to tag anyone, he should be tagging Holmes. If James Jordan doesn't tag Holmes, then they're doing something wrong. Then it's official. Geelong have lost the plot. Sydney have lost the plot. So don't worry about that. I've kept Richards into the Garcia because of his injury got decreased to 3 weeks. That's really good. Yeah, I like Richards. Richards is going to come back. He's obviously a really good player, whereas Hugo seems to be dead. So don't worry about him. McGovern or Yo, McGovern.
I like MyGov. I like MyGov.
Yep. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is it for the stream for the drive home Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Of course, we are also live Mondays at 7:30 p.m. It will be after the Collingwood game, fresh after Collingwood game with our reactions. So, please, if you liked the stream, you liked the content, you like us, please drop us a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell to be made aware so that you don't miss out on any of what we are pumping out on a regular basis.
Now, if the Stafford brothers are watching, hey guys, we haven't had a song for a while. I know it's just a bit of a request, but if you're watching, hit us up. We'll see how we go. As Joe says, Monday's going to be a bit chaotic, but this weekend is fantastic, and I love long weekends. And yeah, stay safe, stay amazing. Spend time with your family. Supercoach is a game. If you don't like a player, chuck him in the bin.
Correct.
No need to stress. And support the Big Freeze. Buy a beanie if you can.
100%, guys, because here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so that you guys don't have to. Bye for now.